Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about what to do if you feel like your ex hates you, right? So if you feel like your ex hates you and you're hoping to get back with them, then the best thing I personally think that you can do, unless you haven't done so already, is to obviously apologize to them if you've done anything, like any behavior that you feel like has caused them hating you, basically, them feeling like you got to apologize for something that you've done. Now, it may be the case that you don't need to apologize and you feel like they just hate you for no reason, which it could be the case. But usually, if you feel like someone hates you, then there's probably a reason behind that. And if you haven't done so already, then you do have to apologize for that. And obviously, if they're your ex, then obviously perhaps you're the one that's been dumped. You need to respect the fact that they don't want to be with you anymore. So if they've done something, so if you've done something and it warrants an apology, the best thing you can do is you either call them up or you text them and you say to them, look, I'm sorry for whatever I did, like X, Y, and Z. Be specific about it. I say, when you say it, be obviously clear on what it is, because obviously if you feel like you've done something wrong, then you probably know what that is. So for example, it could be something like, oh, I'm sorry that I got really needy and I got really angry about the breakup. It could be something like that. So be specific about it. But also say as well in the same message, but I respect obviously that you don't want to be with me. That's fine. I want to be with someone that wants to be with me. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm just apologizing, basically. I'm just owning up to my stuff. I'm just owning up to what I've done, basically, and I'm just apologizing for it. I still respect that you want the breakup to happen. That's fine. I just wanted to apologize. And that's basically all you need to say. Just something along those lines. And that should make your ex, feel a little bit better about the situation if you did do something. What it will also display as well is your maturity. So if you've done something like that and you own up to it and you're not being stubborn about it and you're basically, just owning up to it, then they will feel a lot more better about the situation, and they'll probably feel a lot more better about you because you're displaying maturity by apologizing and owning up to what you've done, right? So, like I said, it might be the case that your ex hates you for no reason, and perhaps you feel like that's you. Perhaps you feel like your ex just suddenly just hates you and you don't know why. And if that's the case, then there's not really much you can do apart from just staying in no contact with them and then hoping one day perhaps they may reach out to you and you can discuss what happened and why you feel like there's hostility between you two. But don't bank on that. Like I say, wait, but you don't want to wait, basically. You don't never wait for an ex, basically. You have to go into no contact with them. You have to walk away and you have to be focusing on other areas of your life that are important to you, because you can't basically keep your life on hold for your ex. It's not a good way to go, because if you can't never put your life on hold for someone else, especially when it's kind of up in the air and you don't even know if they're going to come back. Like, never be waiting, counting off the days and crossing off the days on your calendar for someone who may or may not even show up again. That's just a complete waste of your time. So it's better to just stay in no contact, never speak to them, unless it's like what I said earlier, and that is that you may need to apologize to them, but only do it if you haven't done so already. If you've already apologized to them, you don't need to apologize to them again, obviously, because you've already done it. And obviously don't apologize if you didn't do anything wrong. So, like I said, there's not really much you can do if it's someone who, if it's an ex that just hates you for no reason and, you don't know why they dislike you so much. But, you have to kind of keep your head down, stay on purpose with your own life, do your own thing, do things that kind of distract you from the relationship that you had with this person and from them. It may be the case if they're like really hateful towards you, you may need to block them if they're sending you nasty messages or phoning you up and stuff like that. You need to, also if you feel like you're in some kind of threatening situation, then you need to tell someone about it as well. Because, there are a lot of crazy people out there. You can get a crazy ex sometimes, so you need to be very careful in this world, because people are dangerous. Not everyone, but some people are dangerous, and you need to be very careful with those said people who are like that way. So you need to contact the authorities. If you feel like you're in some kind of danger, please, please, please do that, because that's very important. And you need to tell as many people that you trust as possible in your family and your friends as well, so they can help you and keep an eye on you. But if it's just the case that you feel like there's just a bit of bad blood between you two, then just keep your head down, keep doing what you're doing, working on yourself, doing the things that are nourishing for you, that are good for you. You're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have better days than others, obviously. You can't just, keep on grinding and things like that. Sometimes you're gonna feel a little bit of burnout, and you're gonna feel sad some days. Like, some days are definitely gonna be better than others. I feel like we all have those days. Some days are definitely better than others. Some days you're on point. Some days, you're a little, you just don't want to do anything, or you just feel sad. We've all been there. So, be easy on yourself. That's really important as well. Like, don't, just because they dislike you and they're displaying this hateful attitude towards you, especially if you haven't done something wrong, then there's no reason for you to feel bad and down on yourself. Obviously, like I said, that's a lot easier said than done. If you feel bad about yourself, sometimes, it's difficult to get yourself out of that mood. But just take it easy. Just take care of yourself. And, try to do the best that you can. Like today, for example, what's the best thing that you can do for yourself today? That's a good question to ask yourself. Like, what can I do today that's going to make me feel a bit better, even if it's just a little bit, right? And it could be just going out for a walk. It could be, going around to see a friend. It could be you could be phoning up your mum or dad, or a good friend or another family member, someone who will listen to you and care about you, and you can just, ask them to just listen to you for a little bit as you describe your woes. You can't fault sometimes things like that. Sometimes you do need to talk to people, and it's important that you do sometimes. Now, it may be the case that you don't feel like talking. I'm not saying that you have to talk if you don't want to talk to someone, but if you're feeling bad, then it's a good idea to talk to someone about it. But if you feel like you just need a bit of time for yourself, then just have that as well. Just asking yourself, what can I do for myself today that's going to make me feel a bit better, will really help you, I personally think. So just try not to focus on that ex too much. Try to keep your head down, do things, that are good for you. Don't burn the candle at both ends. And what I mean by that is, and I say it a lot on my channel actually, when you're going through something like a breakup and it's been particularly tough, especially if, your ex is being quite hostile towards you, then it's you don't want to burn the candle at both ends by eating junk food, by drinking too much, or doing any other kind of substance that is damaging towards you. You want to do things that are nourishing for you, like eating the right things, doing activities that are good for you, getting a bit of exercise, taking some time out in nature, even if it's just sitting out in your garden or something like that, or going to the local park. Hanging out with people that care about you, that love you, like your friends and your family. Doing things like that will nourish you and will build you up. But like I said, you don't want to burn the candle at both ends by doing things that are destructive, that are going to make you feel bad about yourself. You want to be doing things that build you up, that make you feel good about yourself, because you already have a tough situation going on in your life, like a breakup, and if there's the hostility there as well, you can't, if you've already got a difficult, tough situation going on, you've got to make sure that other areas of your life are kind of in balance to help balance that out, basically. So try and take care of yourself. I'm sorry that you're going through this kind of situation, because it does suck, especially if they are kind of saying hateful things towards you. If it's best for your sanity, then definitely block them. And try to limit your contact with them as much as possible. But I understand that you might not be able to if you're still in the process of collecting your things and you have to talk to them, or you've got other things tied up, like you've got kids or something like that. So just try and do your best to take care of yourself and nourish yourself. And today, try and do something that will make you feel a little bit better. And that's the advice that I have on that. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.